Hello, 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 YouTube. First live stream ever. Let's try get this going. Hello, 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 YouTube. First live stream ever. Let's try get this going. Hello, 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 YouTube. First live stream ever. Let's try get this going. If this is even working right now. First time, so go easy on me, yeah? So, let's go. Create game. I'm just busy on the Discord server setting up a game here. So, no real game plan in specific, but I reckon we're going to do some terror zones. Trying to sign into chat, yeah. Hello. Waropen. Is that how I pronounce it? Haha. Killed my bloody demon. That's how it goes, eh? Let's go quickly get one from the Trav. That was so dumb. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this lag. It's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned it just now, but the live stream is going to be a bit difficult because I can't read chat right now because I'm only playing on one screen. So I need to get my other screen hooked up or do some sort of overlay. But yeah.
Greetings.
Okay, let's do this again. I made a silly mistake and consumed my Hephaestus, which happens, and I really wish they would fix that, but that was my mistake, no doubt. Okay, time to get some drills, some thunder charms, some good drops. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm streaming or what the entire reason is, but I'm getting some pretty serious lag. But we will play through it. Coming to you from my lounge. A herald is hunting us. Here we go. First herald, no good drops, but a herald nonetheless. If you guys think it is a bit dark at the moment, my apologies for that, but I'm sharing the space with my wife at the moment, and she's busy watching TV in the background and all of that stuff, so it might be a bit dark, but you can still see a bit of me, but I'm sure you want to see what's going on in Diablo more than looking at my face anyways. This might be a bit of a funny first live stream, but like I said, it's the first one. They will get better. They will get different. This is just sort of a tester, teaser, whatever you want to call it. Put it on the background, hope you enjoy it kind of thing. First time playing Diablo 2 again in almost a week or 8 days, something like that. And keen to get stuck into some more community runs very soon. chat again now. Spider cabin. The one thing I hate about the Echoing Strike Warlock, and maybe if we could call it D2R as well, is that your buffs last so short and they're over so quickly that it just seems like you're constantly having to rebuff all the time, and most of the time I get so lazy that I don't even do it. So I wish it was a bit more like PvP, positive ability, and that you could actually have longer durations on your buffs. Now we need to find that great marsh. Finally my internet's running better and not so laggy. It was just now. It was quite annoying, quite difficult to play with actually. I think maybe if you think my volume's also a bit low, it's probably because my children are sleeping and I don't want to be shouting on the screen or getting too loud. I'm quickly gonna get chat a quick read here, see what's going on. If you are watching this live stream, comment in YouTube so I know everything's working. That would be greatly appreciated. Just got our second herald. Let's see what goes on like this. I got another herald. Where is this bastard? Still not a great drop, but this is... Ooh, F. That could be nice. 8 skills, 20 health damage. Not really that great. I got excited when I saw that it was F, but the rest of the rolls not fantastic. I need to adjust my playstyle somewhat because often I feel like killing every monster I see, but I realize that's not the most efficient or effective method of farming, but it's just sort of a habit of mine. I definitely could make my farming a bit more efficient, but one of the reasons I like playing this game sometimes is just to be a bit brain dead and a bit like and just cruise along killing, slaying monsters and not thinking about too much or not trying too hard. I mean, it's quite a not try hard game, though I do tend to get a bit serious and competitive at times. But overall, just here to enjoy and have fun. I also realized that I made the terror zones for all these acts in a game where they are extra fast, which some people might say is a bit scary for terror zones, but honestly with this setup with the Echoing Strike Warlock, not many affixes tend to scare you, so being extra fast is not a great concern of mine right now. One thing to note as well is I am playing from South Africa, which means my latency, my ping, is about 200 at best. I can't remember what the key is exactly to check your latency in-game, but I know that my general latency is about 200 or so to the European servers. That's just as fast as the speed of light can travel using fiber optic line and all that, and that means no matter what, my latency is about 200. So when I'm teleporting around and all of that stuff, it might seem a bit laggy or something to that effect to you, but to me that's about as smooth as I can play. It is unfortunate. I'd love to experience the game with, 20 ping or 20 latency, millisecond latency, but then we would need South African servers, and I don't think Blizzard is ready to set up South African servers for Diablo 2 as well. Or correct me if I'm wrong, Blizzard, that would be very cool, but I highly doubt it. Some African servers. Let's see what this TRO holds here. 3 lightning skills, 55 light. Very, very interesting. Nice herald there for Waropen or Open. I don't know how to pronounce it. War Open. So I think that means we have killed 3 heralds in the game so far, which is pretty good for, this sort of like time period and how long we've been playing. So hopefully we will get a lot of tier 5 heralds in this game. We seem to be drawing the ire of heralds, the ire of heralds quite frequently here at the moment. And saying that, I probably should buff up again. I keep on forgetting these short durations of these buffs are pretty annoying. I earlier on today released a video that is sort of my amended version of my ultimate Echoing Strike Warlock build, and that version is sort of to be a bit of a quicker watch than the 50-minute long video that was the in-depth Echoing Strike build guide, and that just goes over what I deem to be the best all-rounder Echoing Strike build guide, and or build in general, if you want to call it that. And that is the build that I am using right now, and it is really effective, really smooth to play, and being Echoing Strike is also really devastating and really powerful. And one of the reasons I released that build guide today is because very soon, probably tomorrow, maybe the day after, I'm not quite sure yet, but I want to. I hate those little Stygians, they're gonna kill me. That's the only thing you must be scared of, even if you're an Echoing Strike Warlock, those little Stygian dolls. What was I saying? So yeah, I was releasing that video today so that in the next couple days I can transition and change over to a Miasma Warlock, so a Abyss Warlock, and I'm very excited to do that. I am pretty over Echoing Strike. It is super powerful, it's super effective, it's super efficient, and just a bit OP, and I think that Miasma has a lot of things going for it in terms of feeling smooth and fun in its playstyle, and it's just a really powerful and fun build to play. So I think I want to change it up a bit. I've been playing this Echoing Strike build for a long time now, and I definitely want a bit of a change of scenery. Literally the only thing I'm scared of in this current configuration and build and all of that is those little Stygians that explode and just kill you. I don't know what the deal is with them. Ooh, I think that's nice. We found a Griffins. Well, not we, in the game is Griffins was found. That's very exciting. Oh, damn, that was hot and heavy there with that fanaticism or killed my mud. right into the middle of a fanaticism pack. That actually gave me a bit of a fright. Yep. Griffin's Eye Diadem. What a rare item. I feel like I lost my train of thought completely there, from almost dying to that fanaticism pack, and then also just seeing that a Griffin's was found in this game. I have not found a Griffin's yet this season, and it's, as we all know, a super rare, super sought after item, so that's pretty cool. I need to go resurrect my Merc from that pack that just destroyed him. That's one thing I need to... I honestly don't know if this is worth anything. You guys can let me know in the comments if that's worth something, because I have no idea. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. I often struggle multitasking, trying to talk and play and everything that's going on. Not the greatest multitasker.
What can I do for you?
I'm pretty stoked with the Discord community so far, I must say. Like, I hope it wasn't just the allure of free gear that brought people onto the Discord. I hope that they're also wanting to form a community and be a part of a community and all of that. But it's very cool to see that it is being used and people are sharing items and knowledge and trading, and like now getting together and playing some games. It's cool to see, and like I'm very keen to see where the community goes and how it grows and all of that good stuff. Very, very excited for that. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. I've been told that I have an incredibly monotone voice, and I think that myself. And maybe that's something that you guys don't mind listening to, or it's something that you mind listening to, but I'm not a very excitable person unless maybe a bear rune or a jar rune drops. But yeah, I've been told I am monotone. Oh well. GG. LOL. I'm so keen to start solo self-found very soon, because it's something I haven't really done in the past. I've done, if you can even call it that, but I've done co-op solo self-found a lot in Project Diablo 2 with friends, and even in PD2, I mean not PD2, D2R. I've also done a lot of solo self-found in a co-op sense with friends, and I really enjoy the feeling of, you know, not trading. Trading is always fun and it's cool, but not trading and just using what you find is it just hits different. I know someone in our Discord community said that earlier today, and I completely agree that it just really hits different, and I enjoy solo self-found a lot. And maybe it's a coming of age thing, or I don't know if you want to call it that, but like a lot of people kind of love playing ladder to like kind of show off their gear and all that kind of thing. And that's cool, and I also like that. But like solo self-found is more for your like own personal enjoyment and just what you get up to, and the stoke that you feel and the dopamine you feel when bullshit drops, and you know, it's all for yourself. Another sacred armor drop today. So in my video that I made earlier today on that build guide, I had a Immortal King Soul Cage sacred armor drop, and now I got another one, and I haven't found a Tyrael's or a Templar's Might yet. So yeah, 2 sacred armor sets in one day is pretty insane. I think also earlier on was my first sacred armor drop um, as in set or unique for the whole season so far. And now I found two in one day, and it always seems to happen like that. When it rains, it pours. You find one higher, and you find another one an hour later, that sort of thing. Why did I pick the act with the Stygian dolls? I'm just thinking about the Durance of Hate now, and how I'm probably going to avoid most of the monsters, because I absolutely hate dying to those dolls, and there's something very broken about the mechanics of those dolls, because no matter how strong the character is, even with this semi-unkillable Echoing Strike Warlock, those things pose such a mortal threat that, like, they're the scariest monster in the game by far. Even a massive pack of souls, like in Act 5 in the Wellstone Keep and all that does not even compare in the slightest to a couple of Stygian dolls. It's next level. We have not had a herald in a little while there now. Honestly, I don't even know how this whole YouTube streaming thing works yet. I didn't really look into it very much before starting this live stream earlier. I basically decided this afternoon, I'm like, I have some time to play Diablo. It'd be cool to play with a couple of people in the Discord community. And yeah, so I decided let's play some Diablo 2 tonight. And then about half an hour after dinner, when I was going to have a shower and then play some games, I decided why not live stream tonight as well. And then I thought, okay, let's open up YouTube and search for how do you live stream on YouTube. And I watched a quick 4-minute video, set up my OBS studio, and thought, okay, let's start a live stream. So if this is even working right now, I am unsure, but I hope it is. And I mean, I know I saw some chat in OBS where I don't know if I need to open up the chat on the YouTube channel as well. I promise you I will get the live streaming thing right, but right now I'm just kind of winging it, putting it on, and we'll see what happens. I feel a bit mindless almost playing right now. I'm kind of like just talking rubbish and playing as we go along here. Where are we? Upper Chorus. Let's go into the sewers here. One of my least favorite parts of Act 3. It's just a bit of a boring part in my opinion. But this is where the High Ruins are hiding, I've heard. I actually haven't heard that, but I just hope. So that, there's also dolls down here. Fantastic. More things for me to be scared of. So we had that Griffin's Eye drop in this game. I wonder when it's my turn to have something nice. I haven't found a good item in days, partly because I haven't been playing, and partly because my luck just hasn't been fantastic. What was that there? Large Corrupted Trainees Strike. You guys want me to sing a song for you? Voice like an angel. I would love to see a sort of infographic of how many people who play Diablo 2 Resurrected nowadays are like middle-aged dads like me, and they used to play like crazy back in the day, and now they're just living that dad life and trying to play whenever they can. So that herald went down and dropped a Grand Scepter Can't even remember what this grand sector is. Rust handle. I can't believe I haven't found a rust handle yet this season. Yeah, I'd love to know how many Diablo 2 Resurrected players are middle-aged dads. One of the reasons my voice is quiet at the moment is so that I don't wake up my children. What we got? Yeah, I don't know why I'm saving that Immortal King's armor. Maybe somebody wants it. It's like not worth anything, but I feel like it's rare, so I have it in my Roderick cube because it's rare and cool. Oh my god, those little killers. So terrified of them. It's like, on this build I feel indestructible, unstoppable, and then I see one of those little bastards and then suddenly, yeah, you're dead. So, definitely, I have my respect for the Stygians. The most overpowered, scary monster in the whole of Diablo 2. If Diablo himself had to slap one of those down, the reflected damage or explosion damage would just annihilate him. One time. I poured myself a delicious whiskey, and I haven't even had a sip of it yet. Because I've been chatting too much. Chatting to myself, it feels like, because I can't actually look at chat at the moment. As you can see, Echoing Strike is so powerful that you can play one-handed, which is one of the best reasons to do a bolt like this. Delectable. I wonder what's happening with the Mosaic Assassin, because obviously Blizzard said they're gonna rework that and address that. And it'll be interesting to see, do they still keep it as like a S tier build, just with some changes, or do they nerf it into oblivion and it will be completely useless and not usable? Very interested to see the future of Mosaic Assassin there. I forgot that I had already killed the council in order to get a cursed bound demon. I forgot that there were Stygians there right now, that almost gave me a heart attack. Lag and Stygians together. Very scary combo. I'm not too phased about actually killing everything in the Durance because, again, Stygians. I just don't really want to bother killing everything here at the risk of just getting one-shotted. Am I overhyping that a bit? Does anyone else have the fear of the Stygians like I do? I personally think they are horrendous, and if I was playing hardcore, I would be seriously on my toes at the moment. I feel like with my 200 ping or lag or latency, whatever you want to call it, I could never comfortably attempt hardcore in this game. It's just not feasible or doable for me. I wonder what Mephisto's gonna drop for us. Maybe another Griffin 5. So earlier my game was running pretty smoothly, and now it's lagging out again. always this holds, not holding dead, the endurance raid level 2 can sometimes be one of the biggest maps you have ever encountered. Always get that free roll. Where are you, Mephisto? Maybe Mephisto will drop an R's dual Mephistos. That would be awesome. Someone in the Discord server earlier posted a picture of a 30 FCR 114 ed or something along those lines, for Mephistos, that they found today. And I won't lie to you, I'm jealous, because that is a pretty meaty find, if I may say so myself. Where the hell is this level? I feel like I wasn't paying attention, and now I'm as good as lost. Is it up there and I didn't check it properly? This is crazy. Is it one of those instances where it's like right, or did I just pass it earlier? Oh, no, it's level 1. There's the waypoint. This is ludicrous. This is ridiculous. My idiocy. Quick buff. I must say buffing takes pretty long on this character, and I hate buffing and pre-buffing and that. What a waste of time. Is anyone else bored of Echoing Strike already? I mean, I won't lie, I love the Warlock, but this build has just sort of got me wishing for something else. And I think that Miasma Abyss will do that for me. So what we got there? Nothing great from Mephisto. I actually need to send a link to this live stream to some of my friends quickly. I should also probably check chat. Sorry for being the worst stream of 2026. Let's see what my buddy has done here. What's going on there? I hope that my voice is not so soft as what they're making it out in chat here. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I can turn up my volume here a bit. Let me try that. I don't even know how to. I can turn my voice down. I can't see how to turn it up, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I will have a look again just now. Live right now. Where is the chat? Oh, beatboxing. Just kidding. Live right now. Where is the chat? Sorry, I'm just checking a couple things here. Oh, beatboxing. That's just kidding. Let me see if I can turn up. Maybe I can even just make my mic a little bit closer. Chat. Maybe I can just talk. Sorry, I'm just checking a couple things here. or beatboxing. That's just kidding.
Let me see if I
Right
can
now,
turn up, or maybe I can even just make my mic a little bit closer.
Chat.
Maybe I can just talk a
Sorry,
little
I'm just
louder.
checking a couple things
Hello,
here.
hello. I'm turning it up a bit.
Beatboxing. That's just kidding.
Let me see if I
Right
can
now,
turn up, or maybe I can even just make my mic a little bit closer.
Chat.
Maybe I hope I wasn't making some super crazy overlay of a million different things there. Like I said, forgive me. This is the first time. Okay, let me try this again. See if my mic is making any differences. I think that's making a big difference. You guys can let me know. Maybe one of you in the chat can let me know if the mic is at a good level now. I'm just going to carry on with a little bit of Act 4. Idiot. What am I doing? Where was I? Why am I keeping... Okay, what was that? 1001 defense? 8001 defense. Doesn't seem to differ. Anybody want a Ike's armor? Immortal King. GG Herald. Oops. I buffed up with the wrong weapon swap. Okay, let's get into it. Act 4. Yellow ring. The next thing for me to figure out after figuring out this whole live stream business is if it has been recording my live streams and if I can upload that on YouTube afterwards, or if I actually had to specifically select recording my live stream. I probably sound like the biggest noob right now, but that isn't far from the truth because I am pretty much a noob when it comes to streaming, at least. As time goes on in this game, I'm getting more and more jealous of that Griffin's Eye drop. What is that? Natalia's armor, I think. Herald, where are you? Herald, where are you? Hey, why are you dying? Wahid. Wahid, my boy. It honestly actually feels a bit weird playing Diablo right now. It's been days, other than, you know, the little videos and stuff I've been making, but actually doing some runs and playing has been quite a while. I wonder if we can get to level 94 tonight. Probably not, but hopefully we'll get a little bit closer. I was hoping for a Players 8 game tonight, but Players 1, not complaining, or Players 2, which I think counts as Players 1, but not complaining. Fun to be playing, fun to be doing stuff. With this whole launch of Reign and the Warlock, there's been so many like other streamers and YouTube channels that I never used to follow and watch so much, or not so much, just at all even. like Barricade, for instance, and I really enjoy his content and his live streams. And another streamer called Dead Rabbit, also very cool content. I believe he plays more Path of Exile and Path of Exile 2, but I think if you are an OG ARPG player, you cannot miss the opportunity to play some new content in Diablo 2. Definitely not. Who else have I been watching? Sweet Full is not a new one for me, but someone whose content I've been enjoying thoroughly lately. He's been making some very cool videos. Obviously, Mr. Llama. I've been watching some Inferno, I think his name is as well. Also, who else? Zyph, Magic Finding Runs, very cool. There's another one, obviously Macro Bio Boy, very in-depth, detailed, and cool content. I was very much imagining or hoping that we would see some Debransky, or however you pronounce it, but that was some real cool Diablo content back in the day, and it would have been such a throwback to see him make some new content for Reign of the Warlock. But regardless, I hope he is doing well out there. Haven't seen anything on his channel in a while, but I can understand that it is difficult to just continuously make content. It's quite a big endeavor. Look at all this armor we're finding. A lacquered plate, which is of course Tal Rosh's guardianship. And we found Ike's armor, Tal Rosh's armor now. We also found Natalia's armor. We're finding all the set armors for all the classes at the moment. There's another Diablo streamer that I'm trying to think of at the moment that I can't exactly get the name of or place. One of my favorite ones is I Love MF, and I'm so stoked to see him doing live streams, and also stoked to see his actual face, because obviously for years we never saw the man's face. We only saw the character and the funny chats and the absolutely fantastically edited videos that he makes. But yeah, we never got to see his face until recently, which was, I think, a very cool thing. I'm just pausing for a second there. I just wanted to send a message quickly, just to a couple of my friends, because I've never done a live stream before, and I want them to see that I'm doing a live stream. They will be so proud. What am I looking for? Manor and Mother Boobs. What we got live. I'm doing a live stream. Close that up quickly. I definitely intend to do a lot more live streams coming up, and also I intend to do better at them. So take this as a starting point. I've probably mentioned that quite a few times, but I mean it and I stand by it. They will only go up and get better from there. So definitely stay tuned, stick around for that. For a lot of people, I reckon that this season is winding down because everyone has that mad rush in the beginning, getting like all the gear super fast, super quickly, and just blasting through. But for me personally right now, I feel like I've sort of done my little blasting session. I've got the gear that I want and the gear that I need, at least for this build at the moment. And now I'd like to just start playing a bit more, and threw that ring there. Just playing a bit more and just enjoying the Warlock a bit more, some solo self-found, some other Battle.net builds for the Warlock, maybe even do some Sorceress stuff. I'm quite keen. I can't find where the next level is here. I'm quite keen to do some Sorc play as well. I mean, just in general, it's been quite a while since I've played Diablo 2 Resurrected, and with that in mind, I'm keen to get back into it a little bit more. So yeah, definitely a lot of ideas and a lot of content to come in the near future. Another member on the Discord community gave me a bunch of Annihilus charms and a full Horizon set today in order to be given away on the community, which I thought was very generous as well as very cool. So as soon as our Echoing Strike Warlock gear competition or community push is done, we will be doing a giveaway for some free Annies and a free Horizon set as well. Obviously, that's not the most exciting item, but it is free, firstly, and it could also be a lot of use and a lot of help to someone who doesn't have an Annie, maybe needs an Annie upgrade, maybe just needs some gear, maybe they've been looking for Horizon set and are just starting out for the season. So either way, I hope it goes to a good home. I hope it is useful to someone, and I'm just keen to give away as much as I can because I like it, and I think we could all use a free drop, a free bonus, some sharing, ELE, everyone love everyone, all of that good stuff. I haven't even looked, but I'm interested to know what's been going on with Project Diablo 2 recently. Has Senpai been cooking up some good stuff? And I mean, with obviously everything going on with, he was cursed. I should have possibly got him, but he didn't have an aura, I don't think. Is that a Geeds? A Geeds on the floor. Should I pick it up? Of course I should. My random bad Geeds. And, well, we'll go put that in the stash. If anyone wants it, let me know, because I don't need it. Nothing like that. So there's a Geeds if somebody wants. I'm quickly going to check chat here. The mic level's apparently a lot better, so I'm stoked for that. I don't know if I should put it louder or not, but I think this is probably a good level for now. Let me know in those comments if I need to adjust the mic again. Such a weird feeling to just think that I'm like live streaming or being watched, so to speak, right now. I mean, I'm not like a shy person by any means or anything like that, and you can watch me all you want. It's just a funny feeling or something new, a new experience for me. I think one thing you'll probably quite quickly get to know is I can babble and talk for extended periods of time, quite extensively, and probably talk a lot of bullshit, so to speak. Yeah. Fun fact that you may not know, other than Diablo content, I also make off-road four-wheel drive content. And that is probably equally, if not more, of a passion of mine than Diablo, computer building, gaming PCs, components, all of that good stuff. I also love cars, off-road, the whole automotive community, the whole automotive industry, all of that stuff. So maybe I'll put a link to my other content in the description of a video or on my YouTube channel if that's something you may be interested in. obviously, I can imagine a lot of you are just interested in the Diablo content, and that's all good. But I just thought I'd put it out there as a fun little fact. If you even want to go check it out right now, or just see what it's about, you can look for Symmetry 4-Wheel Drive on YouTube. A little shameless plug for myself there. I have a feeling we're going to find a high rune in the Chaos Sanctuary. I don't know about you guys, but that is my feeling. Or a GG item. Honestly, I feel like I've been forgetting how valuable some wall-rolled items can be, but I've just been hungering for high runes. I mean, I think we all are, but for me, that's like all I want to see drop is high runes. I don't want to see items or uniques or... I mean, I won't say no, but items is what mana and motherboards needs right now. You know what I'm not a big fan of? I am not a big fan of seal popping. It's like, I understand the speed of it is fantastic, but I don't like the fact that your magic find is not in use and, you know, potentially you are missing out on some great drops by doing that. Like, I'm not so much the most speedy runner, efficient runner. I'm more like, you know, living on a prayer and hoping you just find something GG by grinding away. Maybe that's just me. I know there are more efficient and fast ways to play this game, but I think for me, mostly it's just about the mindless monster killing and the enjoyment. There's a rune drop, not the one we were looking for though. Diablo. Not even death can save you from me. Bullcathos Nightmare. Awesome. Nice little statue drop there. That is actually, as far as I remember, my first BK statue from Diablo this season. I'm going to move on to Act 5 now. Act 5. Off-road, in real life, awesome. So on the chat there from Mad Max GR7th, he is asking if I like to off-road sim or in real life. It is in real life. I mean, I won't say no to off-road sims. Anything off-road's awesome, but the off-roading that I'm talking about is in real life, in my rig. That is the good stuff. So, 4x4ing, four-wheel driving, off-roading in my old 80 series Land Cruiser. Super laggy. I hope that sorts itself out now. Yeah, I must say, like, when the ping takes a bit of a drop and, like, I teleport again and I'm not where I thought I was and all of that, it can be a bit annoying, but, you know, we're not doing anything all too serious right now, so that's alright. I've been loving the comments on the videos recently when I say obsession is best in slot and people want to fight that so adamantly that it's not. And I completely understand that everyone is entitled to their own opinions and their own testing even and all of that stuff. And whatever I say on this channel is purely my opinion. I don't claim to be an authority of anything or the last word on Diablo 2 Resurrected or anything like that. But I do my own testing. I watch other content. I formulate and put together my own opinions and ideas, and I like to share them, and I like to believe they are useful and potentially helpful to other people, and maybe more new people than what I am. So that's the whole sort of premise and idea. And, I don't shy away from a good argument in the comments or a good debate, a mass debate. Um, always, always good to have. I wonder, as this is my first time streaming, will anybody subscribe to the YouTube channel from this stream? That would be interesting. What's going on here? Tull's armor, do I keep that? I'll only keep it as it potentially could be something that someone else might want. Let's check this. Shank, I'm coming for you. Coming in hot. I very much don't know what volume to regulate my voice at the moment, because I've got these fat Corsair headphones on right now, and I'm not quite sure how loud I'm speaking. And like I mentioned, I've got little children sleeping, or my little children, not to sound weird, not that far away from me, so I don't want to wake anybody up. I think what I'm going to do is, for the next live stream, I'm going to do it during the day, my time, or afternoon, whatever it is, so that I can be a bit more expressive, a bit more free of speech. But at least for the moment, this will have to do, and I hope it's not all bad. Not having good luck with the GCs. I need to do some crafting and some gambling again soon. I'm feeling a bit like I haven't gambled enough recently. What am I doing here? That is going in the stasharoo. Put this Tull's armor there in case anybody needs. And then head back out. I'm gonna have to pour myself another whiskey shortly. Starting to run a little low. Little burp, excuse me. Does anyone else out there who is potentially watching this also enjoy a little whiskey whilst they play some D2R? That I would definitely like to hear. Just typing here quickly. Enigma can My mind has gone blank there, just completely zoned out in my own little world. Who dropped the griffins? Who was it? Who was the griffin dropper? Juriel, that's crazy. I literally don't think I have never got anything good from Jerial. That's crazy. Mister, I'll give you 5 portals. That's hilarious. I mean, if you kill him enough times, he has to give you something good, but yeah, Griffins from Jerial, that is pretty crazy. Only with that streamer luck, eh? That's what it's about. I guess I can officially call myself a streamer now. Is that what that means? That's pretty cool. I better update my CV tomorrow. Love maker extraordinaire and streamer. That's the 2 things on my CV. What? Cannot connect. It's interesting that the game just dropped there. I see a question there. How many axles have broken on my Land Cruiser so far? No axles have broken on my Land Cruiser so far. Probably because I don't have lockers just yet, but yeah, no axles broken so far. Technical difficulties, that's fun. Let me quickly restart the game here. Game heard CV update and said nope. Yep. I just put up the game name in chat there. If anybody would like to join, I think we only have Act 2 and Act 5 left, but we will play a little bit more after that as well. Let's see what's going on here. I wonder why my game dropped. Very strange. Let's go. Where was I? Area Plateau, maybe. I think so. Can't actually remember right now. The other day, my game dropped, and I came back into the game, and I was dead. And that sucked, and lost a bunch of experience and other stuff. And yeah, it sucks if you DC and you die. Double whammy. I'm getting so tired of picking up flawless gems. I'm very dubious now that I put the game name in chat on YouTube there. And is someone just gonna come into our game, be hostile, and murder us all? Or are they gonna steal all me high ruins? Or something of that nature. If you would like to join more games and the community, then definitely check out our Discord, which is linked on the Mana and Motherboards YouTube channel, and come and join us for some games. I would really enjoy that. Like, for a long time, I very much just like playing Diablo 2 Resurrected with my friends and that sort of thing. And yeah, I'd play online a bit and, you know, do bail runs, chaos runs, those sorts of things. But I was never like huge on the whole like community thing. And recently, I've just felt like it would be super sick to have like a close community of like-minded people jamming the game together and just enjoying. So it's kind of a bit of a shift in doing that. And I hope that the community grows and thrives. So if you'd like to join the community and talk shit with us online and play some games, then definitely go and check that out. Also, if you'd like to win some Echoing Strike gear, also join the Discord community and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we are doing a giveaway this Friday. Basically, you'll have gear similar to what I'm playing with right now, and you'll be able to do content similarly to how we are doing content right now. So that is the giveaway. So maybe just to talk a little bit more on that giveaway, we are basically, you just need to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which hopefully if you are watching, you are subscribed anyway, but that's completely your prerogative. You can do as you like. And you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel, then click the link in the description of most of our videos, I think all of the videos so far, something like that, and join our Discord channel and Archon staff. That is awesome. Mang songs. My first Mang songs this season. That's rad. Very, very cool drop. Let's see it. Yo, that is terrible rolled. Very badly rolled. But it is a Mang songs, so very stoked for that. Where was I? I'd like to scream and dance and get up and stuff, but like I said, I have children sleeping here, so can't do that. Very stoked with that, just at least for the Chronicle. I haven't found a Mang songs yet, and to be honest, I don't know if I've ever found Mang songs in Diablo 2 or Diablo 2 Resurrected. I've definitely found it in Project Diablo 2 a bunch of times, but I don't think I found it in Diablo 2 Resurrected. So, big Chronicle GG drop with that Mang songs. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Getting back to the whole Discord community competition, how to join, all of that. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Then click on the link to our Discord server and community. Once you click on the link, there will be a very brief onboarding process in Discord, which basically means answer 2 questions, and then you will be joined onto the server. Then you just need to check out our general chat. You need to check out our YouTube chat, and then you just need to introduce yourself in the introduction area of the Discord server. So when you introduce yourself, just say, hi, my name is Andreas, and my YouTube name is Mana and Motherboards, just so I can check out that you are subscribed. And then you are eligible to win the fully geared Warlock Echoing Strike setup. So not a Warlock itself, but all of the gear that will make a fully geared setup for you there. And that's it, basically. It's join the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube, win the Warlock gear. And maybe later on, just before we log off, I'll just quickly show you what that Warlock gear is all about. It's very similar to the gear that I have going on right here. Very, very similar. How do you link stuff in chat here? Is it shift click? Eye of a Herald. Haven't seen a Herald in quite a while. Wow, that's been pretty good runs, if I may say so myself. A Mang Songs and a Griffins. That is honestly quite insane. Luck has been with us tonight. That is for sure. I mean, the game sort of started off a little bit slow, in a sense, in terms of drops, but then those 2 drops more than make up for it. And often, if you put in a good couple hours into Diablo 2 and you haven't found anything, it can feel like sometimes a bit of a waste of time and maybe feeling a bit bummed. But then every now and again, you just get that drop, that one drop that just makes the whole sort of run feel worth it. And for me, the Griffins and a Manga Songs definitely make tonight's efforts worth it. I am proper stoked with those drops. I could carry on playing for another little while and not feel like I have been idle with my time. I put the game name in the chat. I just need to check, maybe someone's not able to join. What's going on there? It'd be cool to see a couple more people join. Where am I right now? I'm in the Glacial Trail. Did I even do the... I don't think I did the Frozen River, or did I? No, I didn't. This is a lucky place in my opinion. This is where I find that Zod ruin, right? You know what I've always wanted to say? I've always wanted to be playing Diablo 2 streaming and saying, right, chat? Or, did you guys see that, chat? Just talking to everyone like they my homies in chat. Am I the only one with that desire? I will... Ooh, War Boots. War Boots, Battle Boots. War Boots, Gore Riders. I always need to double check myself there. Was it Battle Boots or War Boots? And was it Gore Riders or was it War Travelers? So I'm going to put that Manga Songs in my stash. If anyone needs a Manga Song, let me know, because I am the proud owner and finder of a Manga Songs. Now let's pick up those Gore Riders. If anybody needs a set of Gore Riders, let me know. There we go, Gore Riders. Nicely, nicely, brothers, nicely. I don't know why my character looks like he's wearing treachery and he's all faded out. Or maybe he is. What casts fade on me? 1% chance to cast fade from my protector stone. That is interesting. I think that's one of the few times fade is actually procced. I must say the new editions of those Uber Ancients jewels is pretty cool in my opinion. I mean, facets were very cool and this just steps it up a solid notch. And, having that whole random, it could roll this stone or the other one, that little bit of RNG baked into it is quite a cool thing, quite a good thing. That's what I was going to say before the Gore Rider boots dropped. I was going to say that I love watching Sweetful live streams and that metal music going on in the background. I'm quite a fan of metal music and that sort of thing, and it makes me think, is that something I should add to live streams or start doing? Should I add some music in the background, or is the soundtrack of Diablo enough for you? Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think about that. I also like drum and bass, so maybe some sort of liquid drum and bass in the background or something like that could also be cool. I know it's like a kind of love it or hate it thing. A lot of people would enjoy a little bit of beats, a little bit of music in the background, and some people are like, just stop hurting my ears with that shit. So let me know. Maybe some background music would be cool. I love the Diablo 2 soundtrack. It is probably one of my favorite collections of musics. Not that I like listen to it outside of the game, unless I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's the best soundtrack for Dungeons and Dragons. If you've never had a soundtrack whilst you play that, definitely Diablo 2 music is a go for that. But yeah, Diablo 2 music's fantastic. So I definitely don't think we are missing out whatsoever if it is just Diablo 2 music in the background. But to be honest, I don't know if I got the sound levels right on this live stream. So possibly you aren't hearing any music right now. Again, my apologies if anything isn't working as intended. We are just streaming and having some fun here, you know. It'll be super interesting. Actually, I need to do that on the Discord server a bit better, is to know what sort of areas everyone is from, because that could also help in terms of when I stream and when I do stuff online and make games and all of that. Because right now, I don't know, are people like, is it the morning for them? Is it the evening, afternoon? What times would be good for me to stream and do some community playing and runs? I keep on forgetting to drink my whiskey. I know that sounds like very much a first world problem, but yeah, I keep on forgetting. And now it's just sitting here getting warm. And I would like to have another one before bed, you know, just a little nightcap. My little guilty pleasure of some Diablo and a whiskey. I don't know if that guilty pleasure sounds ridiculous or not, but I certainly enjoy it. I don't know why I was so excited for it, but I found a Herald of Zachrum earlier this season, and I hadn't found one in so long, and it was just really cool to find one. And I remember from playing a lot of PD2, Project Diablo 2, that with the right slam, a Herald of Zachrum can just be worth so much. Ancient Sway, Herald. Okay, maybe not teleporting right into the middle of them. Maybe that's not the best idea. Come on, where's my Thunder Charm, eh? Haven't dropped one yet. So funny, or so ironic, so humorous, is often when I'm playing PD2, or not PD2, often when I'm playing D2R, there are items in PD2 that are like super nice drops that you can slam, and then I find that item in Diablo 2 Resurrected. I'm lagging out again. And then I get so excited because I think, oh, I can like slam something like solid. And then I realize, oh, we are in Project Diablo 2 and we can't slam anything, and the item is actually worthless. So yeah, that happens to me quite often. I don't know if that happens to anyone else. After playing Diablo 2 for so many years, one of the best things to ever happen to me in terms of Diablo stuff was playing PD2. I think if you haven't ever played PD2, it is just well done. Just such a good game, just such a good mod. Just so well thought out and put together. Like, it, for me, breathed fresh life into the Diablo franchise. And even though it's not part of Blizzard officially or part of the Diablo franchise, so to speak, it still is just such a amazing game and accomplishment by Senpai and his team. Like, I have mad respect for Project Diablo 2, and I think that Senpai, like, if he was like the creator of Diablo 2, like the official Diablo 2, and and Diablo 2 Resurrected, like, he would do such a great job. I keep on thinking that Blizzard need to poach him and be like, you are going to work for us, and you are going to make Diablo great again. And Blizzard has done a good job so far with this Reign of the Warlock and that, but I feel like Senpai could take it to a next level. Wonder if any of my mates are watching the live stream. I didn't let any of them know, but I did send a link just now. We will see later on. I wonder how long that fade lasts for, because it doesn't look like I'm faded anymore. Hey, what's going on here? I wonder what the natural terror zone is right now. I must say this has been a pretty slow terrorized playthrough, but I've been taking my time enjoying it, so whatever. Terrorize ancients, why not, eh? Where's the GG drops? Where are my drops? I can't believe how I started out the live stream was literally consuming my fanaticism and cursed Hephaestus. That was way to kick it off, you know. What we got here? Eligible for Chronicle, but I don't have any more scrolls. What a conundrum. I love being able to walk around in town fast. That is definitely one of the biggest and major bonuses of consume on the Warlock. Bevert's Keep. Haven't seen that in a very long time. I actually need to start keeping these jewels again. What else we got here? Amulet. A rubbish, trash amulet. Oh, Gore Riders, that's what we left behind. Buff, 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 buff. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why, when I push W, does it not weapon swap for me? That would be a nice candidate for a Bind Demon if it had cursed. We had a good run with Heralds at the start of this TZ game. And then it just seems like the Heralds have like completely dropped off and disappeared. It seems to happen like that quite often, that you just get this like burst of Heralds and like luck, and then you can like complete a couple acts and not have any Heralds. I'm like so 50-50 conflicted when it comes to Heralds and that whole implementation of that mechanic into the game and everything that's going on. It's like, I enjoy it, but there are definitely some things that could be improved upon. Like, just the consistency is pretty ridiculous. And like, I like RNG in the game and things being random, but, you know, Sometimes the consistency is pretty heinous with this. Hey, more people in chat. That's cool. I'm just looking at chat quickly. Klautzenheiser. Hello, Klautzenheiser. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And hello to everyone else on chat. And thank you very much, Terry Lee 8111. 8111. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. That's one thing I have not mentioned yet that I have meant to, so forgive me with this being my first chat, but thank you to everyone in chat who is watching. I am messing up my buffs, and I appreciate all of you a lot. That is really great to see. What am I doing? I am being an idiot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching and tuning in. I appreciate that a ton. So as I was saying earlier on, what are they called? Stygian dolls. Scariest thing to exist in Diablo 2 Resurrected. And if we encounter a big pack of souls, they don't scare me with this build and this setup whatsoever. They do no damage, basically, it feels like. But, like, 2 Stygian dolls feel like they can just explode your health pool immediately. So, like, it's so crazy just how, in my opinion, unbalanced those Stygians are. They are just like the terror, the bane of Diablo. They should be like the pinnacle boss of Diablo. I mean, souls aren't great, like, don't get me wrong, but with the right setup, they really don't scare at all. But yeah, Stygians. Whole another story. Stygian. I once or twice did that whole Easter egg, what's it called, like, hack, I guess, or exploit, where you get 4,200 magic find from doing that dance with the souls. And it's cool and all that, but, like, I personally don't see the massive benefit in having 4,200 magic find. Like, don't get me wrong, magic find's awesome, and, you know, it's great to have, but going through that rigmarole of getting the 4 souls and getting them to dance around you and all of that, like, it's a bit tiresome and not all that necessary, in my opinion. I mean, I think if you're terrorizing the entire game like we've done this evening, then, you know, cool, it works, but it's not like the be-all, end-all. Colossus Bulge. Not death, though. So after Act 5 now, I think we just need to clean up Act 2, if I'm not mistaken. And then we should pretty much be done with this game. And in which case, we'll almost be done for the evening. Today was just a little quick tester of how the whole streaming thing works, and, you know, just getting that going and all of that. But we'll definitely be doing tons more. So, Battle Gauntlets, Lava God, am I correct? Yebo. Good gloves if you need that extra attack rating from Enchant, and if you need attack speed, which we don't at this point in time. It's so difficult or conflicting at the moment because, I mean, I've made up my mind. I am going to be switching over to Abyss and Miasma, but when you slay things so efficiently as an Echoing Strike Warlock, then, Stygians, then switching over to a less efficient build seems so difficult. And I think that is probably one of my biggest dislikes and concerns with the Warlock and Echoing Strike in particular at this point in time is that the overpowered nature of Echoing Strike just makes it so that everything else feels weak. And because of that, it kind of feels like play Echoing Strike or nothing. And I think for a lot of people who aren't like years long fans of the Diablo franchise like what I am, let's say they're just getting into Diablo 2 Resurrected for the first time, they might go, oh, what's like the best build or the coolest build to play? And then everyone says Echoing Strike, and then they play Echoing Strike, and then they might want to try something else, and then they try something else, and then they just think, oh, this is weak as shit and doesn't feel good and doesn't play well. I'm just going to only play Echoing Strike. And then it becomes sort of like a vicious cycle of only playing the best build because every other build by comparison feels so underpowered or weak. So that's the one thing that I'm really not liking about Echoing Strike at the moment, and I'm really hoping that changes in coming patches and seasons, just so that variety is still an option for Diablo 2 Resurrected. Because I mean, yeah, we still have Nova Sorceress, we still have Hammerden, all of those things, but like if we have another Mosaic Assassin situation on our hands, which I feel like Echoing Strike is about at that point, then we're just losing all the variety spice out of D2R, and I would hate to see that because I personally don't want to only play Echoing Strike Warlock. And I guess hopefully in playing the Abyss Warlock a bit more and hopefully showcasing its strengths and how good it is will hopefully encourage some more people to diversify a bit and play something else other than Echoing Strike. So I'm very keen on playing Abyss and diversifying a bit, and I hope that some other people are keen on that as well. I think visually the miasma skills look very, very cool, very appealing. And also just how they feels more engaging than Echoing Strike to me, which Echoing Strike is just point and shoot basically, and everything just melts. But Abyss has a bit more of a dynamic feel to it, and pulling in targets and teleporting around, not standing still whilst firing off your attacks. It's like just a bit more dynamically engaging, so to speak. So I'm very keen for that. I also think a like very end game version of the Fire Warlock is also quite powerful with a Sunder Charm and Flickering Flame and Phoenix and all of those sorts of items. It makes it pretty awesome, but I somehow am a little bit more drawn towards the Abyss Warlock. Hey, where'd you go? Balos. Where are you, Balos? Where did this bastard go? That's crazy. Weird. Um, where we at? Where we at? Arcane Sanctuary. Are we gonna do some tombs now? What am I forgetting to pick up there? Have I ID'd all of this stuff before? Let's see if we got any chronicle items here. No. No chronicle items. I mean, no chronicle items right now, but we got Immortal King's armor earlier. We got Mang's songs. I can't complain about chronicle items at this point in time. We definitely had a good run there. Defilers count as champions when killed each monster. I'm just reading chat quickly. Yeah, that is true. Huh. Interesting in the chat there. I definitely need to sort that out, and I will be sorting it out, that I can overlay chat on my game so that I can actually read chat and comment to you guys in live fashion and not reading it once every half an hour and sort of like replying to you. But like I said, I'm still sort of figuring it all out and figuring out the teething issues of this whole streaming business at this point in time. So definitely when you tune into future live streams, I will have that whole chatting and that stuff sorted out. Look at that. Playing with other people, not all by myself. It feels good. Sorry, Warrapin. I don't mean to make you jealous with the teleporting. Tal Rush's Tombs. I have been enjoying Tull's Tomb so much this season. Never before has felt like such a cool area to farm to me. And this season, with Warlock and just the whole terrorizing of acts and the shorter terror zones and all of that, I've just really been enjoying these tombs. They are a super cool place to farm and get experience, and just a rad place to slay monsters. Forgetting to drink my whiskey. I probably sound like an alcoholic, but I can assure you that is the case. Just kidding. Alcoholism is not funny. That's going to be some adjusting and taking used to, or not taking used to, getting used to for me, is censoring my speech for live streams, because I can be quite a uncensored kind of person. So I'm definitely going to have to watch what I say. But yellow, you know. One thing I used to love that just popped into my head right now was before the introduction of Sunder Charms, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And I'm not talking about this season Sunder Charms, I'm talking about Sunder Charms in general. But one of the things I used to love doing the most was theory crafting. I do see that ring, just by the way. Is theory crafting builds and figuring out how to best farm every area in the game with... Oh, a wisp projector. That is cool. Haven't found one of those before. What did I just do? I know I threw it on the floor. I wanted to share it. Keep on pushing the wrong damn button. I basically used to love theory crafting balls. I used to love coming up with like different hybrid Sork variations, like in order to play Sorceress in Hull and farm all the different areas, and all of that like fun theory crafting and coming up with interesting builds and stuff was so much fun before the introduction of Sunder Charms. And to me, that is like one of the greatest parts of Diablo that kind of has been lost for me personally with the introduction of Sunder Charms. And I don't know what the future of Sunder Charms is, but it's taken away a little bit of the spice of Diablo 2 Resurrected for me, and I would like to see Thunder Charms implemented in a different sort of way and maybe be like a super end game, not necessarily sunder and break immunities, but maybe give something else, that sort of thing. Just like, I mean, the worst implementation of Sunder Charms was how it used to be, where you could just find a million Sunder Charms in any terrorized zone and just sunder any immunity so easily. But I mean, how it is now, I definitely think is better, but it still needs some work and some improvement. And yeah, I just miss those days of coming up with really unique, interesting builds that, didn't require Sunder Charms or didn't even think of Sunder Charms because they didn't exist. And everyone's complaining about Sunder Charms and their rarity at the moment. And you know, keep it rare and I mean, make it so rare that nobody finds them because, in my opinion, they shouldn't exist. But maybe I'm alone in that thought process and that sort of idea. But yeah, not the biggest fan. I think like also it's almost like it's just cheesing the game. It's just making it easy for people who didn't like to get deep into the meta of like how to defeat Hull and how to farm in Hull and all of that stuff. It's just like here's an easy way out. Grab yourself a Sunder Charm and then play whatever build you want. Been a crazy game for the Chronicle. For the Chronicle. Just checking out what else is up here. Echoing Strike is a broken build, that is for sure. Hopefully tomorrow I can do another live stream, even if it's just for an hour at some point. But I do have a bunch of editing that I need to get through. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff. So I'm not sure if streaming will be possible, but we will definitely try. Maybe we'll do a sort of earlier live stream. Maybe we'll do the same time live stream. I don't actually know yet at this point in time, but we will check back with everyone tomorrow. I really wish that I had chat overlaid because I'd love to hear everything that's going on in the chat there, but I will get the hang of this streaming thing. That is my promise to you guys. And although I'm probably not directly engaging with you through the chat right now, at least know that I appreciate you being there, tuning in and watching at this point in time. I genuinely do really appreciate it. I'm probably going to have no voice by tomorrow just from the amount I've been talking. It's not something I'm used to. Although I guess when I'm playing games with mates and stuff like that, I am basically talking the whole time as well. So not all that different, but maybe just a little. I think that is pretty much this game dusted. I think that was like almost a 2-hour playthrough roughly of this, which was very long, but very enjoyable at the same time. What is next on the cards? I'm just gonna check out the Discord and see if anyone needed anything. Maybe they needed assistance with something. And if not, we might be sort of wrapping up for the evening then. Let's check what's going on in that Discord. We got 2 bars of experience, which is pretty decent, pretty fair. Quite stoked with that. Very cool stuff going on in the community here. Loving it. Yeah, guys, I think that basically wraps up this video. I really, truly hope that you guys enjoyed it and that the live stream was somewhat of a success. Like I've been saying, it really was just a little tester. It's like I just wanted to do a little bit of live streaming and do stuff with you guys. Just hang out a bit, just engage a little bit, if you know what I mean. And thank you again for joining, for commenting in the chat here. Big thanks to Mad Max for all of his comments and helping me get my volume levels correct. And, you know, who else is up here? We got Blad Scornliason. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that. But thank you to each and every one of you. Solid test stream. Thank you very much, Mad Max. Thank you, Klautzenheiser, for at least joining on your lunch break and coming and saying what's up. My wife just went off to bed, which is also my cue to sort of get off now. I'm whooped like that. Yeah, thanks everyone. I'll definitely be back for a lot more streams, a lot more content. I've got a lot of sort of opinionated video ideas coming up for this week, some changes for the Warlock that I think could be implemented that would greatly benefit the game as well as the Warlock, as well as just a general overview on how this whole Reign of the Warlock expansion has been received and how it's all going. I definitely want to do an overview on that. And then alongside all of those good things, we also have the competition giveaway for the Echoing Strike Warlock gear. I'll quickly go over that gear right now. It's all of this good stuff that you can see here: an Obsession, a Shaker, Enigma, High Lords, 2 Spirits, Call to Arms, Arachnids, Laying of Hands, Gore Riders, Rings with your Leech, an Annie, a Warlock Torch, a Geeds, a Pride for your Mercenary, Treachery, and an Andes. And then second and third place will get a 5 Orders, Small Charm, and a Nihilist Charm. So definitely stay tuned for that competition. It is going to be awesome. I'm so stoked for one of you guys to win that. And we'll catch you again very soon. Cheers.